Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's good, guys and gals? It's February 3rd. So, I know I said a couple days ago, January 1st, that I would not be coming back until March 1st. That was a lie. Alright. At the time, it wasn't like, I didn't mean to lie, but I changed my mind. I'm not gonna go away. Alright. But I got to 25,000 push-ups yesterday. My shoulders are still kind of bugging out, tweaking out because of the tendons or something like that. Tendons, ligaments in there, I think. So I'm talking to ChatGPT about what I should do for, the push-ups and stuff. That's why I'm only going to be doing 100,000 push-ups this year. No, I'm just joking. I'm doing 1,000,000 still. At least that's the plan. But I'm gonna start focusing more on recovery. Okay, so there's I think 5 different parts. There's sleep, stretching, nutrition. Those are probably the biggest 3 right there. Sleep and nutrition, and then stretching, and then icing and massaging. So I think those 5 are gonna be pretty important. Obviously, those first 3 are probably the most important. Sleep, and nutrition, eat enough protein and stuff. So what I want to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do 700 push-ups for the next 6 days, except on Sunday I'm going to do 800, and then that'll get me to 30,000 push-ups total. And then I'll take probably 1 or 2, probably 2 days of rest, 0 push-ups, and that's when I'll start really focusing on those 5 things, sleep, nutrition, stretching, and even icing, and then massaging. I'll take cold showers, obviously. I mean, I'm already taking cold showers, so but maybe just direct icing, an ice pack and stuff. Dang, it's kind of hot in here right now. So yeah, I think that would be probably good. So that's when I'll start really focusing on that, dialing in. My original goal was to get to 300,000 push-ups by the end of May. Now, that's probably not going to happen. That is probably not going to happen. I'm probably going to get to either 200 to 250,000. That's somewhere in there. At least 200,000 by the end of May. And that would try and get to about 500 to 550,000 by the end of the summer, or September 4th is what day I picked, September 4th, because that's just a special day. Because that's when I started my 4th book, and I don't know why, I just do this stuff in my mind, where it's got to be on this certain day, But, then, so if you're doing the math here, it's a lot. Because September, October, November, and December, that's 4 months. And let's say on September 4th, I get to 500,000 push-ups, halfway done. That means I have 4 months to do 500,000 push-ups. So, or maybe 450 if I'm, hopefully. But just trying to process that, how many push-ups I'd have to do per day is about 4,200 per day for 4 months straight. Okay. Now, I don't know how, but my tendons and ligaments, as long as I can I just need to start building those up, because my muscles are fine, bro. My muscles are going to be able to they could do, the 2,740 push-ups a day, probably every day. They'd be sore for a little bit, a week or 2, and then it would just kind of go away, But the tendons and ligaments, they're weak, and they need to get stronger, okay? And every time I try and get to the 1,000 push-ups a day or more, it everything just falls apart, and my tendons and ligaments are just cooked, you know? And that's like the parts that like connect the muscles, I think, or something like that. I could be spreading false information, so I don't know. But back in July and August of 2024, when I did my 50,000 push-ups, I did not feel this, and this is probably because I'm getting my chest to the ground, so good form. I'm actually getting my chest to the ground, it's a deeper stretch. So, like during school, whenever I like bring my shoulder back, or like I like kind of like push it forward, it's kind of hard to see with this sweatshirt on, but like I bring my elbow back and then like kind of tilt my shoulder forward a little bit. It like, if I really stretch, I can feel like almost like a minor cramp for about 1 second, like right in between here. And I did not feel that back in August and July and August of last year. So I basically need to strengthen right here. I also need to strengthen, my elbows. I mean, my elbows haven't felt like bad at all since the first couple days of the year. So like a month ago, like before they kind of like, it hurt like right above my elbows, and it was just like, it hurt to do push-ups, and I was kind of like leaning towards one arm. Not anymore. But then also my wrist hurt a little bit. My chest, I think my chest is fine for the most part. The only pain I really remember having in my chest was when I like flexed my chest. You can like see me doing it. And like this side, like right here, when I flexed it, it just felt like weirder, or like more, it felt different compared to this side. So I don't know exactly what kind of like pain. But the other thing that ChatGPT told me to do is to do face pulls to strengthen my rear delts. So this is my front delt, and you got your side delt, and then your rear delt, and obviously your chest or pec, And so what that would do, it would stabilize, like my shoulders, so that it's not all just going forward, and that also probably help with my posture, so I'm not just like slouched over, and so that like it kind of goes like that, and so it's more natural, and it's just like my tendons are stronger, so face pulls, and then like specific stretches where I got like the T stretch, but like I'll be on the floor. T, you can't really see my arms right now, I should put the wider camera view. You got the T, and then I think there was the Y stretch, and then something, and then W, but that would be like the same. I don't remember. It's like YTW. What? That would be literally the same thing. I don't know. Maybe it was up here or something. Maybe that's the Y. I don't know. But that, and then there's also like the rear delt thing. We have a machine at the YMCA where it's like rear delts like that. So on Thursday there will be a stream with Brady. That's also pretty cool information. On this Thursday, the 6th of February, there will be a stream with Brady. It'll be at his house. I'm going to be going to the Y before, and then I'm going to his house. But anyways, at the Y I can do these, so I'll probably go with him a little bit more now, frequently, doing push-ups, and then also doing like the rear delts, so like face pulls, and then these ones, and that's probably the 2 exercises that'll focus on. I'm not going to try and do like 10 million different exercises, so that'll help with my rear delts and also my posture, because like literally I'm hunched over right now like a C, or that's a C, or I don't know how the mirror image works on here, so I don't know how you guys are viewing the C, like which one's an actual C. Anyways, I think that's mostly it. Got to 25,000 push-ups yesterday. I'll include that clip. I'm also writing again. All right, so that is a nice thing, I guess. I am writing my book again. So on November 28th, I finished NaNoWriMo. Okay, I finished typing 150,000 words in 28 days, not even a month. 28 days. Okay? That's like February. Imagine February. I just write 150,000 words. Okay? Most books, like a typical book, is about 100,000 words. Okay? Now, I'm not saying it's the most exquisite words. There's probably a lot of it is probably just shit. Okay? Like, to be blunt, it's probably absolute crap to read. But I typed 150,000 words. And on November 17th, I typed 20,000 words in one day. All right. I woke up at 2 a.m. and I finished typing all my words at around 10:30 at night. That is 20 hours, over 20 hours. But I also slept for like an hour from like 6 to 7. I went on like a walk, I think, or something like that. I did some chores. So it wasn't just literally sitting and writing, So I was doing other things. But it was mostly writing, I will say that. It was probably about at least 16 hours of writing is my guess that day. But after that day, my brain was absolutely fried. I absolutely dreaded having to sit down and write my book like every single day. But I did it for the next 11 days. And then eventually I finished the NaNoWriMo challenge that I set for myself, 150,000 words in 1 month. And I did it in only 28 days, basically a month. But it was insane. Like, I was just like, it was crazy. I was so happy. And I was just excited to just not write for like, a little bit. I was still going to try and get to like 250,000 words by the end of the year. That did not happen. And since then, so I started at 70,000 words on November 1st, and I got to 220,000 words on November 28th. Since then, I've typed about 5,000 words, okay? In about 2 months, 5,000 words. Yeah, not a lot of words. And yesterday, I typed 500 words, so yeah, I have not been typing, like, at all. Okay, January, like December, typed barely anything. January, barely typed anything. Now February, I did type a little bit during December and January, but not, like, anything compared to NaNoWriMo. Nothing compared to NaNoWriMo. I don't think I'll ever be able to type that many words in a day, or, like, in a month or a day, again, for maybe ever, or at least just for a very long time, like, at least a decade. Like, if I'm doing that later this year, I probably won't even be writing a book this November. I'll be editing my first book. I know I always say that. Like, oh yeah, I'll start editing my first book this year. This summer I'll do it. I'm not going to do it in the summer, but I'll do it starting in the next school year after I finish my 4th book. That's the plan. Okay, I know I said that how many other times, but this time I genuinely mean it, okay? So, yeah, I barely typed anything, but I got to 225,000 words yesterday. And I've been typing during school a little bit today. When I'm done with my push-ups for today and my homework and my chores, I'm going to go shovel the driveway here when I'm done with this video. I'm going to type for a little bit. I'm currently typing a chapter, and I want to at least finish that chapter tonight and maybe type a little bit extra to get to like a certain word count or something. But my goal is on February 9th, which is Super Bowl day, to get to 230,000 words, which would finally signify 10,000 more words since NaNoWriMo. And I feel like that would that would feel like significant. Like I'm actually making progress, with my book again. Like after 2.5 months, basically, it'll finally, feel like I'm starting to do something again with my book. What about like Geometry Dash and whatever? I don't really know. I'm not really playing it. I still have it downloaded or installed, whatever, but I don't know. I'm just kind of playing whenever, But mostly I feel like I'm really addicted to music. And I don't know why, but I get like angry when I have the music on. But then when I have the music off, I kind of get like angry or bored in a way. So like I get bored, and then that boredom leads to anger in a way. I don't know. That's why I haven't been streaming as much as well, because I don't know why I just get angry on stream. like, I just feel more like, maybe because it's not, I think the reason why is because I'm not going as fast as I could. I'm not like I'm talking more to chat than I am doing push-ups. I'm not like locked in. And so what'll happen is I'll like be doing like 300 push-ups an hour when I could be doing like 600. So I'm going like twice the speed I could be going, and I'm just not very efficient, and that gets me angry. And so then I'm trying to entertain the chat and trying to talk to the chat, and then they say like, oh, you should be doing push-ups more, you should be doing more push-ups, stop talking so much. And then I start locking in, and it's like, you need to stop doing, or like, you need to start talking to the chat more. I mean, that's not really what's happening, but that's what I guess it almost feels like in a way. That makes sense. And it's just nicer when I'm just by myself and I can just lock in, like completely lock in. Like I can do 700 push-ups in just over an hour. That's what I'm going to do for today. I'm doing about 10 push-ups a minute. That's 600 push-ups an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes, and I should be good. But when I'm on stream, that's going to take like 3 hours to do. If I were to be able to stream for 3 hours, that is. Now, I'm not going to be able to stream for 3 hours unless if I get like lucky or something, because when my parents get home, I just stop streaming because, I can't do that when they're home. So, yeah, but I'm going to end this video before it gets, like, deleted because of too little storage. So, I'm going to stop yapping. I hope you guys have a great day. This is day, all right? I know what day it is. It's day 787 of my self-improvement journey. It's almost day 800. I'm going to bring those back. I'm going to bring these days back. It's almost day 800, man. It's kind of crazy. Almost day 800. I'll put the day 787 in the parentheses in the title. So, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget to follow your dreams. Goodbye.